night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On first down, Rainey, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
Simpson's pass complete to number 13. A gain of 7. First down, Las Vegas.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Simpson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hart. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now this throw caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a throw here to his running back. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch the short passes. He can run under a long pass. Or he can do what we saw right there. Catch one and then make a big gain after the catch.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big play that time on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try the left side. Rainey. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Chargers 7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 33-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big play there for L.A.
And that was a high degree of difficulty on that one, but to me, it goes back to fundamentals and determination. High point the football and declare it yours.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. There he goes, left side. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 93 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Throwing on 1st down. Simpson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's... brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
2nd and 5. Back to throw. Simpson. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion, but this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Herbert throwing again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, Simpson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Looking to throw. Simpson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fit.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, LA! Jalen Guyton, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Simpson. Throw left side complete. That's Hart. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down, Raiders.
On first down, Simpson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Escaping the pressure right. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. What a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Raiders. Mike Gesicki. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Chargers 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that, touchdown! A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
42. Chargers.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He's going to float this one deep right side. On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Touchdown, Raiders! A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert now. He's going to let it go again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have it.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Paris Campbell, 85 yards. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
56, Chargers 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they hit.
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He finds his man complete. That's Burgess. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He finds his man complete. That's Burgess. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And, off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 20. Five-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that...
And the Raiders have got him. Osa Odighizuwa What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Second down.
After the sack on first down, Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Uses the stiff arm. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
But it leads to fourth down.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Simpson. That ball caught by Campbell. Touchdown! Paris Campbell, his second touchdown of the night. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
70. Chargers.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and that will extend this big lead.
77. Chargers 28.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Looking to throw. Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Throwing on first down. Simpson, he finds his man, complete. That's Hart. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw on second down, Simpson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hart. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there for the Raiders. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Simpson. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Simpson. He finds his man, complete. It's Hart. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Hands it off out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down. Simpson looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Wide open receiver, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll buy some time right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Vegas. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He finds his man, complete. It's Hart. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chargers' 16-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Rainey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, Simpson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board.
The ball comes out, and this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
A big game that time for the Chargers. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Again, Herbert sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check. Here we go again.
Play action. It's Herbert. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On the move to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Herbert back to the air. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Troy Pride. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Bass on for the extra point. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there for L.A. Herbert on 1st down now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
At the 34-yard line, a gain of 9.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on track